Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Southern Dirt. My name is Summer, and today I'm going to be sharing with you all you need to know about growing a pumpkin patch. I'm located in Central Florida, which is Zone 9B. I have found that the Seminole pumpkin is great for our area, and it also does well in multiple zones across the Last year was the first year I've ever grown a successful pumpkin patch. And thanks to the Seminole pumpkin, I had huge success with tons of pumpkins for decoration and for giving to family members, along with tons of pumpkins to store into our pantry as well. These are a couple that I have left from last fall. We planted these last May, on May 1st, and we actually are going to be planting our fall pumpkin patch today. So I'll take you through and show you all of our children and I putting our patch in. But these are beautiful. They're so delicious. I have been harvesting the seeds to share with you. So if you're interested in purchasing seeds, I do have them for sale. They are $6 a pack. I have 30 in here, and that includes shipping pretty much anywhere in the US. If you're interested in multiple packs or any sunflowers and different seeds that I offer, I'll list all those in the description below. So the Seminole pumpkin were originally grown by Seminole Indians in Southwest Florida. They used to grow these under trees and allow them to vine up the trees. Now, I have tried to do this as well, and I found that my pumpkins do just as fine on the ground as they do on a trellis. So you can grow these either way. They are a 120-day pumpkin. So depending on when you start these, May is perfect time to start them for our zone. If you are in the north, you can start Seminole pumpkins anywhere from August to March. If you're in the south, February to April is a good time to start them as well. You just want to check to make sure you're 120 days away from your first frost date. Now we're starting this in May, which is preferred for our zone. You can plant them as late into July. I like to plant them in May because I want that patch and that food for our fall harvest, for Halloween, for all the fall decorations. So that is why I am planting my big patch during this time, so we can enjoy that for different festivities and whatnot. So I have planted Seminole pumpkins in my garden. If you want to see how those are growing, you can go back to our last season of videos and our previous season right now if you want to see how the different stages of those pumpkins are growing. So you're going to want to start your Seminole pumpkin seeds in a good seed starting soil. You want to start with a good grade seed. Make sure it is a non-GMO seed that is not treated with any type of chemicals. Mine are homegrown here in Central Florida. They're all grown organically. We use organic fertilizer, we use tree mulch, and organic matter that we have been using and keeping in our compost bin. So pumpkins are heavy feeders, so you want to make sure that you're using a 10-10-10 or a nice organic fertilizer. They require about 6 to 8 hours of sun each day. If you are planting in rows, you want to have them 4 feet apart with at least 6 to 8 feet between the rows. They can grow crazy all over the place. So that is what we do. We plant them in 1 to 2 rows and plant them that way. You're going to want to have some kind of pest control on hand, especially if you're growing through the hot months like I am. Last year, thankfully, I had some BT on hand because we did have a caterpillar infestation going like mad through our pumpkin patch. I was able to catch it in time and just made sure that I was repeating the BT every 5 to 7 days, especially if we were getting heavy rain. Sometimes I had to switch it up if we had pretty good fungus on our leaves. Most of the time I was going through and trimming off the bottom leaves. If you see any yellowing, you definitely want to do that, and it also encourages to push more fruit. If you were wondering what to do with all of these pumpkins and different recipes that you can put them in, I will be putting out a video of my garden soup, which is made with Seminole pumpkins, so you don't want to miss that. And different ways. This is probably my favorite thing to grow this past season. So super excited to show you guys our patch, and I'll keep updating you with our future videos of how it's growing. Now I'm going to take you into our front yard garden, and we're going to start planting our pumpkin patch. Here's our front yard vineyard. Last season we planted our pumpkins in the first and second row. Since then we have put in our vines, so the only row that we have available is this last row. We actually were looking for a variety that we could not find, and thankfully I have this entire row to plant our Seminole pumpkins. Now when we do put in vines here, I will just grow one plant in between all of my vines in our vineyard. So it won't be a patch, but at least I'll allow that space for them to grow. So these are my little helpers today, and we're all gonna put down our pumpkin patch. This is my oldest, Autumn, June, and my little Sunday. And I have my niece with us here today, and her name is Tinley. You guys ready to plant some pumpkins?
Yeah!
Woo-hoo! Let's get planting. So we are almost done planting our pumpkin patch. I'm going to show you how we planted them and how I staged the kids out to help me, in case kids are helping you as well. Look at my awesome helpers. So this area out here was originally super sandy. So we came in and put down wood chips. And over time, these wood chips have broken down and made us beautiful soil. So though we don't want to plant into the mulch itself, we want to pull it back a little bit until we get that nice black soil. So what we're doing right now is we're digging the holes down to where we get down to some good dirt right here.
And this is how we plant it.
And then we're bringing our fertilizer in there and mixing it up. Hold on.
Oh yeah, mix it up.
Yep, we're mixing up the fertilizer.
Where's the stick? Do you need some more fertilizer?
Sure, we'll just throw your fertilizer in there at the bottom. Now mix it in.
I'll get it. There.
All right, maybe a little soil in there. I like to mix the fertilizer in, and then we're gonna drop our plant in, and then we're gonna fill it back with some good soil.
Pat it down, and then you're done. Are we done with
Perfect. But we want to make sure also that the top of our plants is not lower than the soil line and not higher than the soil line. If it's lower, your plants will rot. But we're just going to sprinkle that with a little bit of mulch, and we're good to go. So how many pumpkin plants did we plant, Autumn?
We planted 22.
22 pumpkin plants in the ground. Thank you guys. Look at my helpers. You guys got soil? Who has my soil? All right. Perfect, thank you. And then we're gonna water these in when we're done.
Oh.
Did you guys have fun today? Planting the pumpkin patch?
Yep.
Woohoo! So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spray these with neem oil. I buy the concentrate only because I have a huge garden, and you can find neem oil in spray bottles or in concentrate at your local box stores or garden centers. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this, and I'm gonna rotate. Next week I'm gonna do BT, and then I'm gonna do, depending on how much of a bug infestation I have, I'll continue to use BT and do that every 5 to 7 days. And then I'll continue to fertilize every 2 weeks. And we're going to water from our drip line. I think we're gonna do that every day depending on how our rain comes and goes. So I'm really excited. You guys stay tuned for updates on how this is going.